Good morning, students. I hope till this point, up to exercise 1.3, the things are clear to you all that I have told you, that I have explained you earlier. From exercise 1.3, I have covered question number 1 and question number 3. So if any student has any sort of doubt, can ask me in the Zoom class or any other later sessions. Okay. Today I am going to explain you question number 2. You know that 1 upon 7 is equals to 0.142857 bar. That means this is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Can you predict what the decimal expansion of 2 upon 7, 3 upon 7, 4 upon 7, 5 upon 7, 6 upon 7 without actually doing the long division? It is very simple. See, 1 upon 7, the decimal expansion of rational number 1 upon 7 is given to you, and this is equals to 0.14287. Now if you want to find the value of 2 upon 7, so 2 upon 7 can be written as 2 into 1 upon 7. If I write like this, is there any problem? I mean, 2 upon 7 can be written as 2 into 1 upon 7. 1 upon 7, the value of 1 upon 7 is given in the question, and the value is 0.14287. 2 sevens are 14, 2 fives are 10 and 1 11, 2 eights are 16, 1 7, 2 twos are 4 and 1 5, 14 twos are 28. So I can write 0.285714 bar, because this is again a non-terminating repeating decimal, right? So without doing long division of 2 and 2 by 7, I directly write the answer 0.285714 bar, because I know the value of 1 upon 7, which is equals to 0.142857 bar, right? Similarly, you can find the value for 3 upon 7, which can be written as 3 upon 1 into 1 upon 7. That means 3 into 0.142857. So 3 sevens are 21, 3 fives are 15, 16, 17, 3 eights are 24, 1 25, 3 twos are 6, 7, 8, 3 fours are 12, 3 ones are 3, 1, 4. So 0.42857 bar. This is the value for 3 upon 7 without using long division. So without using long division, I get the answer. Please note it down fast. Similarly, you can get the value of 4 upon 7, which can be written as 4 upon 1 into 1 upon 7, which is equals to 4 into 0.142857. So 4 sevens are 28, 4 fives are 22, 22, 4 eights are 32, so 234, 4 twos are 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 fours are 16, 1 17, 4 ones are 4, 1 5. So 0.571428. This is the decimal expansion of 4 upon 7. I think this thing is also clear to you all. Then 5 upon 7 and 6 upon 7. 5 upon 7 and 6 upon 7. 5 upon 7 can be written as 5 into 1 upon 7. 6 upon 7 can be written as 6 into 1 upon 7. Now 5 into 0.142857 bar. Similarly 6 into 0.142857 bar. 5 sevens are 35, 5 fives are 25 plus 3 28, 5 eights are 40 plus 2 42, 5 twos are 10, 4 14, 5 fours are 20, 1 21. So 0.7142855. This will be the decimal expansion of 5 upon 7 Similarly, the decimal expansion of 6 upon 7 will be 6 sevens are 42, 6 fives are 30 plus 4, 34, 6 eights are 48 plus 3, 51, 6 twos are 12 plus 5, 17, 6 fours are 24, 125, 6 ones are 6, 7, 8, 0.857142. So this will be the decimal expansion of 6 upon 7. So I think this is a very easy question. You just need to multiply the value of 1 upon 7 with 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and you will get the answer. Please note it down fast. Now read the question number 4 of exercise 1.3. Express 0.99999 and up to so on in the form P upon Q. So this is the decimal expansion and we need to represent this in the form of P upon Q, which is a rational number. Are you surprised by your answer? With your teacher and classmates, discuss why the answer makes sense. Now, see how to solve the question. Let's say x is equals to 0.99999 and up to so on, right? Now there is only one value which is repeating again and again, and that is equals to 9. So what I'll do is multiply both sides by 10. So 10x equals to 10 into 0.9999 and up to so on. So when I multiply 10 with this, the decimal will shift to the right hand side. Let's say this is second equation and let's say this is first equation. Now subtract equation 1 by equation 2. Subtract equation 1 by equation 2. So 10x minus 1x is equals to 9.9999 and up to so on minus 0.9999 and up to so on. So what you will get? 9x from here and 9.0000 and up to so on. So x can be written as 9 upon 9, which is equals to 1. So x is equals to 1. So that's why 0.999999 can be approximately written as or represented as equals to 1. Or I can simply write here as 0.999999 up to so on can be equals to 1. Right? Please note it down fast. And if any student has any sort of doubt, can ask me in the Zoom session. Till that time, please note it down fast. So students, question number 5 is your homework. Try to solve this question. If you are not able to solve this question, you can ask me in the Zoom class, okay? Now read question number 6. Look at several examples of rational numbers in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0, with no common factor other than 1. So this is simply a definition of rational number that I have already explained you. And having terminating decimal and having terminating decimal representation or expansion, can you guess what property Q must satisfy? So the same property I hope you all have learned in class 8 also, right? So question number 6, the solution for question number 6 is P upon Q is terminating, okay, is terminating decimal expansion if Q is in the form 2 की power m into 5 की power n. P upon Q, which is a rational number, it will be a terminating decimal expansion if and only if Q is in the form 2 की power n into 5 की power n, and this is the same concept I hope you all have learned in class 8 also. So without dividing any fraction, you can directly check whether Q is in the form 2 की power m into 5 की power n. If Q is in this form, then the fraction will definitely be a terminating decimal expansion. Okay, so beta अगर P upon Q without dividing P by Q, आप डिवाइड नहीं भी करोगे विदाउट डिवाइडिंग P by Q, P को Q से आप डिवाइड ना भी करो, आप देख के ही आप बता सकते हो whether the fraction has terminating decimal expansion or not by just observing Q, the pattern of Q, which must be 2 की power m into 5 की power n. Okay, any doubt in this? Please note it down fast, or I'll give you one example. Okay, let's say I have one fraction 51 divided by 2 into 5. 51 divided by 2 into 5. So just observing this Q, P की power 2 की power m, 5 की power n, this fraction will be a terminating decimal. And you can check also 51 divided by 10 is equals to 5.1. So this is a terminating decimal. Again, you can check another example. Let's say 75 divided by 2 की power 2 into 5 की power 1. So 2 की power m, 5 की power n. So Q is in this form. So P upon Q will give me a terminating decimal fraction, terminating decimal expansion. 2 2s are 4, 4 5s are 20. Okay, so now you can check 23s are 60, 7s are 140, 5s are 100. So again, this is a terminating decimal expansion, and in this way you can use n number of examples. Okay, terminating decimal fraction, this is also a terminating decimal fraction expansion. Any doubt? So to fulfill this condition, Q must be in this form. Please note it down fast. Now the last question for the day is, classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. Okay, so root 23, because this number is in square root, so this is irrational number. Without any confusion, so any value which is written under square root, for example root 23 is irrational. But what about 225? So 225 can be written as 15 into 15 So 15 will give me 15, right? Now 15 can be represented like this, 15 upon 1. So this is a rational number. Any doubt in this? So reason, I think you people are also getting why I'm writing this as irrational, why I'm writing this as rational. Now, what is the reason behind why I'm saying 0.3796 as a rational number? Reason is this is terminating decimal fraction. That's why this is rational number. This is irrational. This is irrational number, and the reason is non-terminating and non-repeating. This is irrational number. The reason is non-terminating and non-repeating. There is no repeating unit in this case. So that's why non-repeating, non-terminating, that's why irrational number. Now again, there is one repeating unit. So this is rational. This is a rational number, and the reason is non-terminating. Reason is non-terminating and repeating unit, right? And the repeating unit here is 478, right? Any doubt in this case? So students, please watch this video, because on the basis of the views and on the basis of your homework submission, you people will get the attendance. Okay, so watch these videos completely. If you have any doubt in any question, you can ask me in Zoom class or any other later sessions, but must watch these videos. Okay, till now this much is okay. And the question number 5, 7 and 8 is your homework. Question number 5, 7 and 8. Question number 5, 7 and question number 8. So these three questions are your homework. Okay, so thank you. Okay students.